Hey guys, what's up? Jimmy here. I am super excited. Today I'm going to be going over with you guys episode 2 for super cheap PlayStation 4 games. And guys, if you like these types of videos, definitely click on that thumbs up button so I can know to make more. There's a lot of great games right now that you can get for your PS4 console. Of course, there's a lot of great games to look forward to that's going to be coming out at the end of this year and also in 2017. Games that I'm looking forward to, games like The Last Guardian, Final Fantasy 15. Of course, you have Shenmue 3, which hopefully will be coming to us sooner than later. But to this day, right now, games you can play, there's a lot of great games you can play for your PS4. And the great thing is that you don't have to break the bank to find a title to put some time on and something that you can really, really enjoy. If you missed episode 1 for super cheap PlayStation 4 games, I'll include a link in the video description below, but also you can click on this link if you have access to, click a video. So I'll include that right there, episode 1 for super cheap PlayStation 4 games. But without further ado, let's get to episode 2 for super cheap PlayStation 4 games, starting off with one of the highest rated games on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3. But today we're talking about The Last of Us Remastered. Now, the great thing about this game is for the longest time it was priced at $50, but just recently it was made available that you can get on your PS4, brand new, for $19.99. And you can, I believe, get it at a lot of different places pre-owned for a couple bucks less, $2 to $3 less. So check Amazon, check GameStop, check eBay, check the places that you get games. Not only are you getting an incredible game, awesome campaign, solid third-person shooting mechanics, but you're also getting the DLC Left Behind. And of course, you have a lot of third-person shooters out there, but this game takes things to a whole new level with the really incredible storytelling that takes place between the main characters. This game is a whole lot of fun, a lot of suspenseful moments. If you like being able to explore the areas and kind of have, at moments, definitely on the edge of your seat, just trying to survive, so you can collect resources. You collect these resources to improve your weapons or to find new weapons. And oh man, I loved every minute that I played with The Last of Us Remastered. Right now, guys, to get it less for $20, if you have a PS4, this is easily, I would have to say, bar none, the title I would recommend you pick up if you don't have this game in your PS4 collection already. So we talked about stellar third-person shooting mechanics, The Last of Us Remastered. Now let's get into a game that I got to tell you is my favorite 2D platforming game on the PS4, and that is Rayman Legends. Right now you can get Rayman Legends on Amazon.com for the price is around $18.50, and that's new. So again, check eBay, check GameStop, check Amazon if you want to get pre-owned for the lowest price possible. There are dozens and dozens of levels, and if you are a fan of the platforming that is found in games like Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, you really need to check this title out. I had so much fun with this. Also, it has 4-player co-op. Unfortunately, it does not have online co-op. You think like, just 2D platforming, but for one reason or another, there is no co-op. Also, another thing I have to say, in addition to the dozens of levels that you can play, there are daily and weekly challenges that you can play that are very fun and very addictive. And when I first got this game on my PS4, on one of the days I was at the top of my game. Somehow I was able to outscore all their players worldwide. Of course, at the time there weren't a whole lot of other players playing or doing the weekly challenges where like you match up your scores on the leaderboards with other players around the world. I'm sure I'd get totally spanked, whooped today. But not just incredible levels in Rayman Legends. You've got these really awesome, epic boss battles. If you're a fan of, again, side-scrolling platforming games, you really owe it yourself to pick up Rayman Legends on the PlayStation 4. The game plays at a beautiful 60 frames per second, 1080p, and it's just a whole lot of fun. It has a whole lot of characters. So it's a game I really recommend you guys check out. Okay, so next up is one of my favorite first-person shooters on the PlayStation 4, and that is Far Cry 4. Far Cry 4, you've got a huge open world to explore. You have awesome co-op opportunities. You can, go, if your friends have Far Cry 4, also you're given keys if you have the PS4, where you can let a friend play with you that doesn't have Far Cry 4. There's, of course, the multiplayer, crazy, insane multiplayer where you can ride elephants, shoot bazookas at, the vehicles that are trying to take you down. I love the campaign because there's so many ways to get from point A to point B. And as you go along the paths that you're willing to take with all these different crazy, insane weapons, you can go by foot, you can go by vehicles, you can go by, a little like helicopter, chopper, you can go by wingsuit. There's just a lot of different options, and there's a great sense of humor in Far Cry 4. This game was done very, very well, guys, and you can get it right now for less than $20. Whether I've seen it less than $20 on eBay and also Amazon. Definitely check all the different places. Get the lowest price, and you'll probably be able to get it even for a lower price, less than even that, for pre-owned or used. That depends. Sometimes their pricing is a little bit screwy. For Far Cry 4, guys, a game I highly recommend. So much fun first-person shooting moments. So next up is a title you can get brand new at Amazon.com for $18.99, and that is Game of Thrones by Telltale Games. Now, here's the thing. Of course, this is a game that, it has multiple episodes. And of course, there's a very successful line of books, and also the TV show on HBO is extremely successful. My coworkers and I, one of my coworkers was really into books years before the show was even a reality. We'd always joke around and mock some of the writing by Mr. Martin, because he'd always have these feasts and these elaborate celebrations in his books, and he'd use these wordings, these words and phrases like rashers of bacon. And so we'd always like to throw around in the workplace talking about rashers of bacon. I don't know why, super random, but it's crazy to see now, years before the show was even a reality, people bought the books, but once it hit the show, it took a whole new level. And now you have an episodic game by Telltale Games, which is definitely worth checking out. And here's one of the things I do have to tell you guys as a tip: if you're not willing to go on a limb just yet, right now at the PlayStation Store, you can download the first episode of the Game of Thrones by Telltale Games for free. You can download it, check it out, play it, put in the time. You're like, is this something I'd want to spend, a little less than $20 on? I would recommend checking it out, and if it's definitely worth, up your alley, for less than $20, definitely go for it. But yeah, Game of Thrones by Telltale Games, they did a great, amazing job, and definitely check it out. Okay, next up, we've got another game with lots of platforming goodness, and that is Little Big Planet 3. Right now, you can get this game for $19.99, depending, again, where you get it. eBay, Amazon.com, GameStop, or wherever you go. You might even be able to get it for less than $20 for pre-owned. Of course, a lot of you guys already know this. One of the reasons why I love this game so much, more than the fact that even that has dozens of awesome, innovative levels, and more the fact that you can play with up to 4-player co-op, online and offline. The thing that I love most about the Little Big Planet games, including this one, is that there are millions of levels created by the Little Big Planet community. So say, for instance, you could do a search, go, you know what, I want to play a game that's based off Street Fighter, or I want to play a game that's based off Mario Kart. You type that in, it'll be like dozens of these levels based on, like, say, Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Kart, where there's actually cars that you can race and ride. And some of them are so well creative and well thought of. It's like, wow, gamers created this. This is such a cool community. So millions of different levels to choose from. Really, whatever you're into, you'd be surprised at the type of levels that are available on this. And again, for less than $20, lots of great platforming goodness. Little Big Planet 3 is one that I highly recommend you guys take a look at. Okay, so next up is an interesting racing title, and that is Need for Speed Rivals. What makes this one so interesting is not only do you have these massive, this huge open roads for you to explore. The great thing about this game is that you, as mentioned, as with the description of this game, you get to play both sides of the law. Whether you want to be in a cop car or a street racing car. And you might think, cops, some of these cop cars that you're going to drive are super souped up. There's a lot of intense moments in this game. And right now you can get it for $18, $19. You can probably even get it less pre-owned. Again, check your various retailers. A very beautiful racing game. EA, I hope, I love Need for Speed. I'm really hoping for a Burnout game. I'm not sure if a Burnout game is going to come out on the PS4, but in the meantime, Need for Speed Rivals is a definitely fun, exhilarating racing game that I highly recommend you guys check out. Okay, so next up is the open world game Watch Dogs on the PlayStation 4. You can get it right now pre-owned at GameStop for $14.99. This is a really great open world game. Of course, I was really disappointed that they nerfed the graphics and visuals when compared with what they originally showed with the E3 reveal. But having said that, I love the different play mechanics where you can hack various electronics from getting to point A to point B. That appealed to me. I really liked it. But there's also a lot of different side games or mini games you can play that are very, very fun. Huge sprawling open world for you guys to check out, whether you go in various vehicles or in boats. Great dialogue. The main character, not that big a fan of, Aiden Pierce. I am really looking forward to Watch Dogs 2. I think that one has a whole lot of potential, but for $15, this is really a great open world game, guys, that I think you guys would have a whole lot of fun with. Okay, guys, so my final title I'm going to go over with you guys is Trials Fusion. So this is a very exhilarating, fun, and addictive motorcycle racing game where some of the levels are so twisted and so insanely challenging. If you go, hey, what's a game that would make you want to throw your controller out the window or throw it at your TV? This would be one of them that I would recommend. You want to get really angry? You want to go kick something over? Play this game. But at the same time, once you finish a very challenging level, it is so rewarding, so rewarding. Right now you can get Trials Fusion at Amazon.com for $18.81, and it's a great game. The great thing is there's different motorcycles that you can unlock, and the challenge progresses and makes you kind of want to improve, and it can be very addictive and very fun, and I just had a blast with this title. Well, guys, there's episode 2 for super cheap PlayStation 4 games. Any games that you've played or any questions you have, leave a comment in the section below. But as always, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you later.